Pachipamwe. Welcome to today's lesson. What is chiShona? In today's lesson, we will delve a little bit into all of that, and I will give you some rules of thumb about the language that will ease your learning. chiShona is a Southern Bantu language that is spoken mainly in Zimbabwe. According to the Guthrie system of classification in 1948, it is an S10 language. Now, the Shona group of languages are quite vast. They come all the way from the Kalahari Desert in the west to the Indian Ocean in the east, as well as from the Zambezi River in the north, all the way down to the Limpopo River in the south. This means that Chikalanga, Chinambia, and such languages are actually all part of the Shona group of languages. When people say chiShona though, they are really referring to the centralized Shona dialects that have been grouped together into a standard form of the language. These centralized dialects are mainly found around the Mashonaland region in Zimbabwe. When a person says chiShona, we mean the language that a person speaks. When a person says muShona, we mean a person that speaks Shona. And when we say Mashonaland, this is an area within Zimbabwe, a place. In English and other foreign languages, Shona and chiShona are interchangeable, as well as Shona and muShona. So the word Shona is used to refer to the people as well as the language. If you ask a muShona, are you Shona? It's not wrong, and they will usually answer yes. But most people prefer to be referred to according to their dialect or tribes. So, are you Muzezuru or are you Mukaranga? Are you Manyika? Which is a lot more specific. As mentioned before, the Shona group of languages forms a continuum all the way from the Kalahari Desert to the Indian Ocean. The truth though is that over 100 years and generally separation, most people who speak Chikalanga, for instance, will not understand those who speak Chikaranga, even though 80% of their vocabulary is the same. This is the same as some Zulu people may not understand those who speak Chindawu or Chishanga, which are the dialects in the far east of Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Central Standard chiShona is mainly comprised of 5 dialect clusters: Chikaranga, chiZezuru, Chimanyika, Chindawu, and Chikorekore. Standard Shona, for exam purposes, mainly uses 2 dialects, Chikaranga and chiZezuru. In the early 1900s, missionaries came together to try and put together a Shona Bible. And as such, these 5 dialects were clumped together. An orthography, which is a way of writing and reading chiShona, was made around 1967. But this orthography only covers some Shona sounds. It does not cover all of the dialect sounds. As a result, there are 5 pure vowels in chiShona and over 70 consonant sounds in the orthography. We will cover a lot of these, but we will not cover every single possible sound in chiShona, as some are very rare. The Shona orthography, or writing system, uses the Latin alphabet. It uses 22 letters of the Latin alphabet. The letters we do not use are the letter C by itself, the letter X, the letter L, as well as the letter Q. This leaves us with the 5 vowels and 17 simple consonants. Simple consonants are consonants that stand by themselves and have a fairly simple pronunciation. The compound consonants or complex consonants are a combination of 2 or more consonants in order to make a new consonant sound. For instance, the letter B is ba, whereas the letter BH is aspirated and becomes ba. The consonant sound with D is da, whereas the consonant sound with DH is D. The consonant sound with DY is DG. And the consonant sound with DZV is D. All chiShona syllables end in a vowel. This means when reading and writing, a new consonant means a new syllable is starting. When practicing chiShona reading and writing, all syllables are treated like mora. Instead of saying the letters one by one to spell out a syllable, the consonant sound and the vowel are said together, like a mora, the same as in Japanese. For instance, to spell baba is ba and ba. The mora for the letter B are ba, be, bi, bo, bu. To spell churu is chu and ru. The mora for the consonant ch are cha, che, chi, cho, chu. The mora for the consonant sound r are ra, re, ri, ro, ru. chiShona is also a tonal language with two main tones, a high tone and a low tone. Unfortunately, the writing system does not show these tones, so you just are going to have to learn this off by ear. Examples of words that change when tone change are vana and vana, guru and guru, tsika and tsika. The chiShona sentence structure is generally subject, verb, object. For example, ndinodya sadza, I eat sadza. Hatiende kuchikoro, we don't go to school. chiShona nouns are special in that they have what we call nominal noun classes. Bantu languages have nominal noun classes. Kiswahili has 15, Sesotho has 18, Ganda has 17, and chiShona, which is Bantu on steroids, has 21. A nominal noun class is a category of nouns. European languages usually categorize according to gender, like German will have feminine, masculine, and neuter. French only has feminine, masculine. Bantu languages categorize according to noun classes, which are not gender. These noun classes, though like gender, affect the concords or grammatical agreement of those nouns in the sentences that they are. A noun's class affects its modifiers, its dependent pronouns, its adjectives, its verbs, and its prepositions. For example, a noun in the ch class, like chingwa, will have chingwa changu chabiwa, whereas the plural of chingwa zingwa is in a different class, the zh class, and the concords would change to zingwa zhangu zhacha. Another example would be putting it in the ka class, a diminutive class, and this would change it to kangwa kangu kadon. chiShona is an agglutinative language. It is sticky. This means that in order to make meaning, parts of words are joined together using prefixes, infixes, and suffixes as needed. Words, phrases, and sentences are made up of these parts all joined together. It is thus possible that one word can actually be a complete sentence. For example, ndayenda, ndichayenda, handiende, handichayende, hatichayendeswe. chiShona also has two ways of addressing people: formal polite and casual informal. The casual informal address is used when talking to children or peers around the same age and status. The polite formal address is also a plural address. This is used when talking to elders or people you want to show respect to, depending on the relationship or status. An example, informal address would be moro, hesi, kanjani, uribo. Formally, that would be moroi, makadini, muribo. As the Shona people traded with a lot of foreigners, and due to colonization, the language has a lot of borrowed and loan words. Some of these loan words have become part of the vernacular, and some people would not even know they are loan words, whereas others are still very much Shonglish. A lot of these words have been borrowed from English, Portuguese, Afrikaans, as well as from neighboring languages such as Sindebele and isiZulu. Basikoro and Aini are from English. Fafitera and Tafura are from Afrikaans. Fojga, Rata, and Chinanas are from Portuguese. Gogo, Njanji, and Kanjani are from Ndebele and isiZulu. And lastly, greetings are a thing. They have an extensive culture and implication of manners around them. Respect, kuremekeza, manners, tsika, and unu, humanity or humanness, are greatly valued in the Shona culture. Learning these, learning how to greet well, and the polite forms of address will go a very long way. See you in the next lesson, and remember to visit our site speakshona.com for more lessons.